Okay, so I lied in the last video. This is the one where I'm actually going to open the action figures. I just did one where I voted on them, but it got to be 10 minutes long. So I'm going to go to one that I've already opened before, and I have from the Boba Fett series. Fennec Shan. Get ready, Fennec. Are you ready to be opened? Welcome to the shelf. May the shelf be with you and all that fancy stuff. Mr. Sentinel, thank you very much. Well, I try to be as careful as possible. I usually have an X-Acto knife to break the seal with. For a couple of reasons. I do want to maintain some of the integrity of the card. So I do slide in here and very carefully kind of score the edge of it a little bit. So you can see, I try to get in there and cut. So I'm kind of shaving it off of there in a way, if you will. There. There we go. Fennec, there's your card. We're going to sit your, you got a bucket, you got a booklet, and then we are going to set Fennec right here and give you your crazy ass rifle. She's got one heck of a... We had her in a video before, so I'm going very quickly through her setup. We got her... Whoa! So I bought a second one of her for a reason. Well, a couple reasons. When I knocked a shelf of stuff over, I broke the handle off of the spatchka bottle. So the character could no longer carry the spatchka. So, I got another one, and I might get yet another Fennec, because it's a very cool, articulate character. I think she could be bashed. I think, like, her head could be used, like, I know a lot of people, get funky about bashing certain figures, but I'm trying to get as many of the Slave Leia figures that are the multi-articulate ones that I can for a diorama. I kind of want to do my version of the Celebration 3 pictures that I have from years ago in 2005, where there were so many women that went dressed as Slave Leia. They all got together in a big picture with Jabba the Hutt at a diorama thing where there was a big Jabba the Hutt. And I want to do that with action figures, like a whole bunch of Slave Leias, but like different characters. Like her, she would fit really well with that braid. She would make she would look very cool in the metal bikini, you have to admit. I don't have a 3D printer. I might, go into doing that at some point, but I think she would look cool. But see, this one has a swappable head. So since my other Fennec Shan has that head on it, this one I'm going to go ahead and immediately display. This is my second version of her. So they kind of followed suit with what they had done in the original Black series, where they had swappable hands and heads and stuff. So you had things that, say the head would be too small to make the helmet right to fit over it. They went ahead and made this kind of setup. So now you just do a head swap. So she has that look to her. So this, and I think she looks more to me like a Sith Inquisitor than she does anything else. So I don't know. I might get yet another one of these and mash up some form of an Inquisitor. But right now, she's Queen Spatchka lady. She is my resident moonshiner. So there she goes. Now I just got to get her posable. There we go. Lean against that wall there, if you will, darling. Okay, don't lose your head. Let's put your cute little head right there. Okay, next. Weequay. Number 5. Where is that silly knife? Oh, yeah, we get rid of these things. We never look at them again. Get some of the dirt out of there. I'll probably set this down in it. So, here we go. Weequay, it's not your day. Let's look at this package really quick. This package looks just like the 80s one did. Same picture, same layout, same Kenner logo. I mean, that's the point with the vintage collection. They make it look just like it did. If it's a figure that came out in the 80s, they mimic that package. And I think that's awesome that they're doing it. I dig it. They're kind of doing it with the retro in a similar way. But it almost makes more sense. I know I'm just talking out loud while I do this. It almost makes more sense to do the retro collection like this, since this was the card look and feel of the 80s and 70s and 80s, and that's what this is meant to look just like. But now they're more articulate figures, you know, with more knees and elbows and wrist bending and head turning stuff than we ever had in the 80s. Now there's the retro series out that's just like the 80s. So I almost think, I mean, it's a hindsight, but if they're really going to commit to doing this retro line, I almost think the card should look like what that does. But that's just me. It would, really screw up the line at this point, because we've had the first Black Series 3 3/4, and then we had we had the Legacy Collection. We've had all these Power Force 2, and that we started seeing some elbows and knees bending on a handful of figures. That's when they first started toying with that. So this guy, I'm going to pose him with that because that's what he's supposed to have. And then this little blaster is just going to get set next to this girl's brains. And Weequay, here you are, Weequay. Welcome to the shelf, guys. I would like to welcome these two to the shelf, and I'm going to stand by right over here so you can see us. And next, Mr. Krennic, are you ready? He can't say nothing because he's in the box. Let's let him out. Look at him. Krennic. Very cool. The blue does a good job making him stand out, as did the yellow of the Weequay. Sometimes they do a good job, sometimes they don't. The blue really makes them stand out, though. So, there we go. That's a good way. Oh boy, it feels good to finally get these guys out of their boxes. Because then the next couple of videos, I got to switch over to doing some guitar stuff. My next couple of videos, well, it's about my nuts. I got a couple of guitars, basses, that have to have the nuts replaced. And if you don't know anything about guitars, it sounds like I'm making a joke about my nuts, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about my nuts. The nut is the thing that the string lays over on a guitar. It's a little piece of bone that the strings lay over. One's on top, it's called a nut. One down below is called a saddle. That's what I'm talking about. So I'll be doing a video shortly for you guitar enthusiasts, 2 bass guitars, where I have to replace the nuts. A pair of them. And so now let's go back to Star Wars after that. Speaking of nuts, here's a really cool Imperial officer. We're going to let him out of his box. So they've done this new thing, so I can no longer look at the back of the card and see who else is in this wave, which is a little annoying because, at least with Weequay, I could look at this and I know that somewhere along the line I have missed Hunter, Clone Trooper. I think I've gotten that Cassian Andor. Tusken Warrior. I got the Tusken Warrior, but I got it in the bigger pack with the $30 one. I spent way too much on, but I got it because I wanted to get a little dog. And then Weequay, of course, and Han Solo. Hey, Bantha Skull guys sent me a Han Solo this summer, so I did get that one. Thank you very much, Bantha Skull. So I don't have this Death Star 2 Vader without the helmet. Don't have him yet. I don't know if I don't think I have Captain Hauser. I don't think I got Captain Hauser yet. So all I've got is Han. I got Weequay. I think I've got that Cassian Andor. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't have that Trooper, and I don't have Hunter. So, yeah, I missed a few of them somewhere along the line. But I do have this cool Weequay I got. And, you know, this one, of course, too. But like I said, I liked it when you could see the wave on the back of it. So, not only does this guy not grace our presence with a decent cape, he's got this big, in my opinion, it reminds me of Power of the Force 2 in the 90s. I mean, it's all right. We got a cool little silver blaster. Silver gun, silver gun, silver gun, silver gun. Look at that really cool little blaster. It is cool. I do like it. It's very small. So, I'm starting to appreciate the Black Series a little bit more these days, and I'll tell you why. My eyesight. It's hard for me to see a lot of detail these days. So I'm going to leave this little cradle thing on his toes, and I'll tell you why. Because with this cape, he does not want to stand worth a piss. When I get rid of the cape, he kind of does. But as I found with a lot of these, you kind of got to rock them around a little bit to get them kind of broke in. And get them in a pose where they don't look like they're half taking a shit. And so on and so forth. Yeah, it kind of looks a little awkward, but I'm going to put his pistol in there. There, I do like that pistol, but Krennic spent most of his time with his arms folded and his thumb up his ass, so we'll do that. And yeah, so that's a very cool figure. You know, I guess it does look like the actor, pretty decent. See if I can get him to be the same size as me. Looks like he's standing right in front of me, doesn't it? I'm trying to get it at you, it won't focus. Anyway, that's a very cool looking figure. I don't want him to lose his cape, but that, I mean, it's really thick. You know, it just it's got that 90s thing going on. See, and then it's hard for his arms to have anything other than a non-boring pose with that on there. But yeah, there he is in all his glory. I'm going to leave his cape on there for the moment and stick his toes in that thing. That way he'll hopefully stay standing a little better. And then I'm going to use that to stand him up over here. And there he is. Okay, let's get this here Mandalorian out of there. We got a pre-Vizsla Clone Wars Mandalorian. All right there, buddy. You know, he looks a lot like Miggs Mayfield, but like someone beat the smiles right out of him. I don't know if that's focusing or not. Yeah, anyway, let's pop him out of this package. These videos ended up being, they always end up being longer than I want them to. And, you know, That's because I don't do any fast forwarding on my video editing, and I don't know how to do it yet. I haven't learned. So a lot of people have videos when they go through the bullshit like I just went through. They, like really fast through it. But I'm not a great narrator, so I don't want to miss anything important. Again, it's got that shit going on instead of showing me pictures of the wave. I think it was much more interesting to see the wave of how many figures are in this line. Or even going back to the back where they show them like I don't know, at least all the Mandalorians up to date. That would be nice, or something. I don't know. Find a way to display more figures to let us know what's available. Or, I don't know. There's so many figures in the line. I guess it would be hard to do that. It's not like you could do the 21 back now. I don't know. I guess if they put me in charge of Hasbro, and I would probably order a full stop on marketing and look at everything seriously and go, what's selling, what's not selling, what do people really, really like, and how much are we charging, and can we somehow make it more affordable, because we're losing a lot of our collectors trying to sell 3 3/4 inch action figures for $20 a piece or more. That's getting a little ridiculous. Well, when a deluxe action figure that doesn't even come in a window box, you can't see what the figure looks like. You got to trust the picture on the box. Costs $30. Man, you're going to lose a lot of people. Especially someone who's collecting packaging. Because of the window box, of course. So that's a damn good looking figure. Look at that. Man, he looks mad. He looks mean and nasty. Like he might kick your ass. He has a lightsaber. He has the Dark Saber. And he has... Ooh, almost lost it. I'm going to take his little pistols because they're tiny. I'm going to get them into the holsters before they get lost. And since he's got such a cool face, I just take the helmet and I do that. Look at that. It's a sharp looking action figure. I love that greenish colored uniform. Holy shit. Would that not have been one of the coolest action figures to have? Holy mackerel. My brother probably would have got behind that action figure. That would have been something my brother had been like, oh yeah, that guy's cool. His lightsaber's way more well, it's different. It's different than any other lightsaber by far. It's not just red or yellow or green or orange or whatever. It's that weird silvery kind of thing that just doesn't make sense. But there it is. Cool. Pre Vizsla with the Dark Saber, a couple blasters, and a killer helmet. Let's put his helmet on him really quick. No, I don't want to put the helmet on him because it just takes away from the coolness of that. Jetpack's pretty cool looking. Let's look at that really quick. Let me get him back where we can look at that jetpack. That's a beautiful piece of artwork right there. Whoever sculpted that. Good job. Damn. So, sometimes my thoughts on these action figures change after I've taken them out of the box. And then I also have to remember that in order to see them on camera, I need to move them up. So let's move these two guys up. Mr. Weequay. Finnick. Schminnick. Get your butt up there. Okay, we got a couple more. Chopper. Let's get Chopper out of his box. Chopper, you're number 2. Chopper. All right. So I want more choppers right away. I'm regretting not having bought all the choppers on the shelf that day. I probably should have. I think I gave myself a price limit and I bought no duplicates that day because I got damn near the whole wave. But I know I'm still missing a couple characters. I don't have Sabine Wren in any form yet. I passed up getting Sabine Wren in the deluxe because I'm having a hard time parting with $30 for one action figure of this size. That's the problem I'm having with it. I think for what they're offering in that deluxe boxed figure that has no window box, they could very easily fit all of that into one of these. I've seen them do it before. So let's get Chopper out of there. Chopper's window box is like the same size as all these other ones, so they're not doing the shrunken one anymore. Which makes sense. Seems like that'd be a little bit cost saving. Okay, Chopper, come on out of there. There we go. All right. I got some little bit pieces here. I got like a sensor scope and oh, there's this little tracking device that he attaches in the TV show, and that's part of his stuff in this package here. Yeah, I'm gonna pop. That thing's gonna get lost so fast. It's just, yeah. I can't even hold on to it hardly. This is like, yeah, this is like smaller than one of my allergy pills that I take in the morning. Can you even see that little thing on the tip? I can't even display it because it's so small. Can you even see it? All right, focus, focus. Yeah. It's really hard to even get the camera to focus on that. But there's a tiny little detail and it's gone. It just hit the floor. I'll find it somewhere along the line. I literally just dropped it. So it's down there somewhere. So yeah, that's done. That happened. So yeah, he's got a version of this that allows it to pop up higher. So you can pop this one out and pop this one in to make him, I don't know, look farther. And then you can pull his little arm out. And he's got these guys here. So that is Chopper. Chopper, chopper, chopper. And then, yes, of course. So everyone knows why I want to get at least 2 more choppers. Because I want to disassemble Chopper. And I really want to see these legs swapped where they match. My brain wants to see Chopper with matching legs. So that's going to happen. I will get a couple more Choppers. But he is very cool because he's very unique being that short little guy. And there you go, Chopper. Let me get you. Oh, there we go. Yeah, and it's cool how they made his head bounce around like that. It's a really cool detail. So I'm gonna go like so, and there he goes. Move everybody over just a smidge. This guy can move up. There we go. Come on, guys. Get in close. Chopper. All right, here comes my favorite from this series. Hera Syndulla, the orange pants and the brown jacket and the purple background. Well, I love Twi'leks, and I love female action figures because, like I said before, when we were kids, we got Leia. That was it. We didn't get the elder girls in Star Wars because there weren't any. So, yeah. Also, Chopper looks really cool. That's that package we'll put over there. Again, they just put the package on the back. You don't, you know. I miss this. I miss being able to look at the back and know what figures, like, I still don't have Bo-Katan and Big Fortuna. But I got Fennec a couple of times. And Death Watch Mandalorian. I think of that Clone Trooper 500 first. And I got Yoda. And I got Quill. And I got Ahsoka from Corvus, I'm pretty sure. But I don't have Big Fortuna or Bo-Katan. And that would have been the Return of the Jedi Big Fortuna, not Fat Fortuna. Yeah. Anyway, I'm still looking for that one. So Hera, where's Hera? There she is. Hera, let's open Hera. This is our number one. So this is our episode of Six Figures today. For this one, Hera, you're coming out of this package right now. And yeah, I kind of wanted to save some of that black edge. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, kind of fucked up the edge there. Anyway. I don't know why I'm saving the cards. They don't do proof of purchase stuff anymore unless they ever return to it. Hasbro, if you ever decide to do stuff with proof of purchases again, let us know. Some of us have saved our cards. And some of us are ready to order some stuff through the mail order again. You want to give us some nostalgia? Give us a mail order exclusive. We haven't had one of those in a very long time. And Hera is usually good at pointing her her finger up in the air and telling people that, no, this is my officer's badge. It's not a box of chiclets. Or sucrettes. Sucrettes. Hera Syndulla has that little 5-point officer's badge. So it's general, a general's badge in the Rebel Alliance. She is a general. General Hera Syndulla. Fancy pants. She's got this really cool orange jumpsuit thing that's going on there. And her flight jacket. And she's just a cool looking figure. And I can't wait to get my figures back from my sister because I have a Rebel pilot figure that would look just beautiful next to her in a diorama because a Rebel pilot with the orange pants and everything. And she's also a green Twi'lek. And I think her and Hera Syndulla need to be together in a diorama. They just would look so cool together. So let's get Hera over here with Chopper. Actually, I want to grab Chopper and put Chopper and Hera next to each other really close to the camera before I end this video. Numbers 1 and 2 right here. You can't have Hera without Chopper, and you can't have Chopper without Hera. They just belong together. Her pants match his head. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's... So this is kind of like a Luke and R2 for girls. Yeah, whatever. I think I think my sister probably would have fell in love with this character and that cute little droid because my sister was an R5D4 fan. She always got Princess Leia and Luke Skywalker, numbers 1 and 2, and then she always get R2D2 for a while, but she gravitated toward R5D4, so she would get R5D4 and Princess Leia a lot of times. And 'cause figures didn't last long when we were kids. But I think my sister probably would have gravitated toward these two when if they were available to us when we were kids in the 80s. You know, now we're all in our freaking late 40s and 50s, and some of us still, you know, some of us still enjoy this nostalgia of action figures. I know I certainly do, but I think they're doing a good job with some of these new things. I thought Chopper was pretty cool. I remember seeing the first version of Chopper at Celebration 3, the little short versions of him. They made him, they're like, well, if he fits in that starfighter, he's got to be shorter. So they made a squattier version of the droids. And Lucas saw it and he liked it. And somewhere along the line, Chopper was born out of that context, from what I understand. But anyway, that's our 6th Fennec. We have her already, but now we have number 2 with the helmet. And you can barely see that. I wonder if you can zoom in. I don't know. Oh, no, I can't zoom you in. Sorry. We're at a half hour here, though. Fennec Shan, we got her with the helmet instead of the regular head. I'm going to save that for something else. Kit bashing, of course. And we got a couple extra weapons here and extra antenna. And now we're ready for our next batch of action figures. So I'm going to end this video. And then if you hung this long for this video, then yeah, I'm sure you'll like the next one. I guarantee you it's going to be shorter. We're going to whale right through these things like they're not even there. Because this next one's all about kits, but what we're going to do with them. We're going to do some kit bash and paint apps with these next 6. So thanks for hanging out with me. Again, I can't really show them up close, although I really want to. Let me pull the cradle out of here.